Hi Scorpio, welcome back. So Scorpio, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I've made a couple changes to my readings. I'm no longer going to be placing timelines on them. Usually I would give you, it's the month, the week of, but time is so fluid, and I feel like this is going to resonate with you at different points in space and time. So if you were drawn to this, it's for you. Take away the messages as they resonate with you, and feel free to watch it at any point in time, as many times as you would like. But we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to tap into what's going on with you and the person you are dealing with or currently in your energy. Keep in mind also, because it is general, the messages can be interchangeable, all right? Meaning you can resonate with either side. So, Scorpio, before I started your reading, when I was setting up and I was sitting to meditate, I had a song come through super clear, and it was Annie Lennox, No More I Love You. I don't know if that's the actual name of the song, but that lyric came through, No More I Love You, and it was super clear. So maybe go check out that song. We'll see how that goes with the rest of the reading. And let's go ahead and get started. So here you have the second house of assets showing up as the overall shared energy. This is about your material world, your possessions, your finance, your talent, your credit score, and most importantly, your worthiness as it pertains to all of the above. A lot of times when I see this card in a reading, Scorpio, it can sometimes mean that you're placing too much value on external things or what you have as it pertains to your soul's worth. Because our souls are divine, and it really matters not what we have to demonstrate that worth. And also a lot of times how we feel about ourselves and what we deserve does show up in our external reality. So a lot of times the financial situations we find ourselves in can be directly related to our emotional and mental well-being, and how easily we believe things come to us, how easily we believe our power of attraction and manifestation. And if you've been lacking that faith in yourself, if you have been giving yourself undeserving thoughts, or thinking that you must strive or struggle to have something to feel that worthiness, you are essentially working against yourself, okay? So I feel like, for whatever reason, that's a really strong message, a reminder that when you feel well and you remember that you are talented, deserving, worthy, and you can place yourself in that emotional space of just feeling good with who you are and where you're at now, then that will help to perpetuate abundance naturally, meaning you'll find opportunities showing up in your lap. Things will seem a little bit easier. The money will come a little bit easier. So that was like two really strong messages that I had before. Obviously, I pulled any cards. It was the Annie Lennox song, and then somehow how your assets are tied to your self-worth. So, interesting start. Let's go ahead. So what is your overall supporting energy, Scorpio? Your overall supporting energy, my Scorpios. All right, so you have the Seven of Cups here. So there's some choices to be made on an emotional level. And as I was just stating, this also talks about emotional confusion, right? So if you're feeling emotionally confused about yourself or the relationships you're finding yourself in, that's all tied together to your well-being. And so this is saying, during this time frame, that confusion will clear for you. You have some choices to make. Some of you have more choices than you think are available to you as soon as you open up to them. So I kind of like that energy, right? Because that kind of coincides with what I already felt. Person you're dealing with, they're the Ace of Pentacles, which talks about abundance. So this person may have something you're seeking for, okay? And And when I say that, I mean, this person may have something that you think that you don't yet. But once you get into that awareness of what you're deserving of, you'll soon find that you have the same abilities or the same opportunities that someone else has or people around you have. That's what I'm feeling. This person has some sort of opportunity blossoming for them, or they may be giving an opportunity to the connection. It's going to play out differently for all of you, but there's something here that's showing up for this person in a tangible way during this time frame, and it certainly could be related to assets. All right, so let's go into the recent past, Scorpio, and then we will go into your perception of each other, how you genuinely feel, your hopes. And then we're going to do a little bit about possible future outcomes based on your free will. All right. So recent past energy for Scorpio. Ooh. So you have the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Okay, nice. So this is that cooperative energy I felt, Scorpio, of wanting to feel successful, okay? Wanting to feel on top. It's really interesting because I did a live reading on my YouTube on Sunday, and that was the message. The song that I got was Shot Caller. That you were wanting to be the shot caller. So I see that here again in recent past, coming into the now energy, where there is this build up, so to speak, of financial success just brewing. And some of you are like, I don't see it. Now, some of you have already attained to this, but there's more coming. It'll be different for each of you, but it's right here, right here, right here, right now. And it's all about clearing the emotional confusion out of the way so that you can align yourself with it. I feel like, Scorpio, this is a sense of wanting more cooperation in your life, okay? Wanting to feel that satisfaction, wanting to feel that success, or having that, you know? And getting yourself in this very confident space where you know what you stand for, you know that you truly, at the end of the day, call the shots. You know what I'm saying? This is a very confident energy, the Emperor energy. This is someone who knows how to play the game as well, which, you know, Scorpio, you definitely know how to play the game, so to speak, of life, I should say. But yes, it also can be a very stubborn or egotistical energy. So you kind of want to veer away from that, because when we go too far into the ego, then we don't really allow things in that we might like, we might want. So stay in confidence, but kind of leave the ego out of it is what I feel. But that's coming into this now energy, and it's actually setting and lining things up on an energetic level in a very nice way for you, whether you have seen the fruition of this or not. So let's see. Person you are dealing with. What is their recent past energy? The Tower. The Devil. Woo! The Magician. So, Scorpio, this person over here in the recent past went through some major changes, okay? And the changes were in regards to things that they felt very tied to, negative thoughts, negative connections, toxicity in their own environment, in their own energy. Could be even addictions for this person. But it's like it all came crashing down in the past, and for a reason, because this person is now in this space where, or coming into this space where they're the Magician, meaning they have taken the lessons that they learned from things falling apart and are learning to get back into a space where they can align themselves with making things happen again, manifestation, so to speak. you know, I feel like this person, they may have not expected for things to change in such a drastic way, as they were very still much attached to the past or this connection. Even if the connection was toxic, they were still very, very much attached to it. So I feel like this was a shock for this person if it did come crashing down. But I feel like now it's placed them in this position of recreating themselves. That's what I feel most of all. I feel like this person is recreating their life, or being called to re-examine self. And most importantly, re-examine this toxic behavior, or like I said, the toxic connections in their life that put them in the position to begin with to sort of lose it. Because I feel like this person lost it, you know, in the past, or felt that they lost it, or lost something, you know, and they weren't ready for that. They didn't want that. But at the same time, it placed them in a more powerful position to make much, much needed change in their life. And that's kind of where they're coming from, going into the present energy now. So, the energy is a-flowing today. It's hot in here. All right, so let's go into perception. Now, keep in mind that your perception is your truth, but it may not be their truth. Okay, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. But we will start there, and then we'll go deeper into the ethereal to look at the emotions. What is your perception of this person and of this connection? You have the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords, the Star card. And the Ten of Cups. Wow. Whoa, okay. And I just had like a gut reaction. I don't know if some of you are having issues with your gut or your root chakra. If so, it's permeating from this emotional confusion, or that sense of unworthiness, where it's just like, or it could be that this person, they do something to you that gives you like a gut reaction. Like when you see them in person, you have a very specific reaction that is special to this person. And I heard the word visceral, because that's what I'm feeling right now. Like my stomach drop almost. Like if you were to see this person, or when you see them, you have a visceral reaction. Okay, yeah. All right, so the way that you see this person or connection is the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords, the Star card, and the Ten of Cups. So I feel like you see this person as highly intuitive, somebody who's very clairvoyant. You may even have a telepathic connection with this person if you are also clairvoyant, or you might have a very spiritual connection with this person, where it's almost like you feel you can hear their thoughts, or you speak to them, or in your mind a lot, or you've gotten some clarity, if nothing else, about the connection. But this is all spiritual energy here. So I feel a very strong spiritual tie, a cord of attachment with this person. I feel like there's a lot of hopefulness here about happiness and emotional fulfillment. You may feel this person brings that into your life, or they have that around them, or that's how you felt when you were with them, very clear about what it was that you wanted, and emotionally feeling that visceral reaction that I felt. And it could be also too, Scorpio, that you know, that's what this person brought out in you. Your more intuitive self, your more I want to keep saying clairvoyant, clarity, your more hopeful energy, your more emotionally fulfilled energy. So whether it worked out the way that you wanted it to, or whether it does work out the way you wanted it to, the gift that you were given out of the experience is hands down beautiful. That's beautiful energy there. So how does this person perceive you then, Scorpio? their perception of you. There's the Ace of Pentacles again. Here it was up here. Whoa, the Star card again. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a crazy good reading. I just feel it. You got so many repeating cards. It's hard to ignore. Ace of Pentacles, the Star. This is how they view you. So, Justice. Give me one more. All right, or two more. Wow, the Nine of Cups. So you have the Nine of Cups here. Let me show you how many repeating cards. You have the Nine of Cups here. They have the Nine of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles here. The Ace of Pentacles here. The Star here. The Star here. Lots of repetition here. This might be a connection that you have a lot of repetition in, a lot of repetitive cycles with. All right. I feel like when this person thinks about the connection or you, they see abundance. You know, they see a lot of potential. And I picked this up in the last reading I did for you, Scorpio. They see that, all right? They see that hopefulness, that shining light there. And yet at the same time, they kind of stand back in the energy, and they've gotten some sort of different perspective about what emotionally satisfies them. I can't really tell if that's in your favor or not, but I feel like this person is going in towards what's in their favor as far as emotionally feeling satisfied and gaining some sort of new insight on that during this time frame or because of this connection. So you may have showed this person, vice versa, what their potential was that helped them to reach for something that balanced out their energy and gave them a new perspective about what was possible and emotionally satisfying. So you see, like I said, no matter what's transpired between you and this person in the past matters not, because both have given each other a very strong gift. And the gift is to remember who you are. That you are the star, as is this person. You know, and I mean that figuratively and literally. Because we are all our own stars of our life, and the only thing that separates us from everything that we want is our belief systems on what is possible. Right. So now I want to go into emotions, the deeper emotions, Scorpio, of what you're genuinely feeling here. So you have the Eight of Pentacles. This is at the heart of the matter. So underneath perception, that was the Queen of Pentacles, but I'll put it back and see if it comes back out. Eight of Pentacles, the Moon. Whew, I just got like so sweaty. Give me 1 second. Scorpio, I'm back. Wow, that really threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. I was talking about visceral reactions, and this is the first time this has ever happened to me. I literally felt it, which I often feel, you know, what I'm reading anyways. And then I had a visceral reaction. So I almost got sick there for a second. So like I was saying earlier, you know, this person, they move your energy where you can feel it. You have a reaction when you're physically near this person, right? So, and or they do, because it can be either or both. Like this person may have a very extreme emotional response that causes an immediate physical response, or you do, and I feel it in the gut, you know? So, very interesting reading. Yes, so we were talking about the ethers and what's underneath all of that. So in your emotions towards the connection, what you had come out already is the Eight of Pentacles and the Moon. So I feel like you're dedicating time to yourself on an emotional level, because I feel that emotionally, again, there's that reaction, you know, that gut reaction that I keep feeling. And I feel on an emotional level, when it comes to this connection, it can feel very emotionally overwhelming to you, or very deep. It may be a very deep emotion that you have towards the connection, or, you know, yeah. You may also often have dreams about the connection, or intuitively, like I said, you feel that spiritual tie. Emotionally, you know, I feel that you want success, right? Or attention. That goes back to what I was saying earlier about coming into your successes, Scorpio, and remembering your worth. And I feel like, again, you know, your worth has nothing to do with the money in your pocket or the house that you live in, and it is all a derivation of how closely your ego is aligned with your soul, and knowing that you are capable and in control of your life and your emotions. And when you get to that space, then your external environment will reflect that onto you. And so, you know, if you've been thinking about it backwards, it's almost like on an emotional level, you're kind of coming to the understanding of the other way around, where it's like, okay, well, I feel better when I'm in control of my emotions, and when I dedicate time to myself, I feel more on top of things. And just coming to that realization of, oh, okay, so it kind of starts there. But emotionally, yeah, there's some overwhelming here. There's definitely some deep feelings here, but there's this sense of either overcoming or finding the success in that emotionally, moving forward. You might be craving some sort of progress here in your life and period, or with this connection or communication here on an emotional level, you know? So what's this person's emotions underneath it all? Nine of Wands in the reverse. Lots of inaction over here on this person's part. The Wheel of Fortune, which is divine timing, judgment. Okay. Temperance. I feel like Three of Pentacles. This person over here, Scorpio, on an emotional level, they're not ready, you know, for action, so to speak, or they're not in a place where they want to take any action. This person feels like on an emotional level that they have made the right decision to focus on entrepreneurships or things that make them feel more independent. And yet at the same time, there's a light being shown on an emotional level about, you know, what their next best path is and what the future holds for them. And they do want cooperation. So I'm not saying that they don't ever want to push any effort here, but I feel like right now what I'm capturing is this person's kind of one foot in, one foot out on an emotional level. They are relying heavily on divine timing here to make that decision for them. I feel like emotionally this person's in this place of just, I'm, you know, just going to focus on me and my path, and whatever cooperation shows up for me, then that's where I will go with it, is what I feel. So what are your hopes then towards the connection? Two of Wands. You're looking to the future. You're looking to move forward, Scorpio. You're thinking about your future a lot. You've got plans for your future. You're feeling more successful. You're feeling more confident. You've got that clarity that you didn't have in the past. The emotional confusion is lifting. All right, so I feel like now is the time where you're doing more like future planning, or wanting to do that. What's this person's hope? The High Priestess. This person, you know, they're hoping to get in touch or stay in touch with their intuitive self. All right. This person wants to take the higher road, for whatever that means. Now, all of us have different ideas of what the higher road is, but this person is wanting very much to follow their spiritual path. Spirituality has a big component in this. Is, like I said, it's all four of these cards over here speak of it, and then these three cards here. So again, you may have a spiritual connection with this person, which really in the spiritual world, which we're all a part of and from, we all are spiritually connected, the collected. But you know what I mean? Like this person, you might feel a specific cord of attachment maybe with this person. So let's go into the possible future energies. Now keep in mind, all of the future energies can be changed with free will. All right, so I'm just giving you a snapshot of what it looks like, but you're in the driver's seat of your own life. So let's see, Scorpio, most likely next action is the Ace of Wands. Six of Pentacles. So there's passion here. Wow, all that came out. The Devil, the Ace of Cups, the Four of Cups. Wow, it's a bit of a mixed bag here. So I feel, Scorpio, this very passionate desire here, all right, coming from you to have more equal give and take, more money for some of you, because I see money as a component in this connection, all right, or your value of time and energy or value of self has a component to this connection. Valuing self is very important. So this is like, yeah. And that's funny because I have this song playing Money by Pink Floyd in my mind. And that song came up for Capricorn's reading on Sunday. And there's Capricorn energy here. You may have Capricorn in your birth chart, Scorpio, or, you know, certainly could be dealing with one for a few of you. But I have lots of zodiac signs here. So, but it's almost like this person or you has this very, very strong attachment to the connection. And it's almost like an obsessiveness here. And I'm seeing it come from your side. And it's like obsessively needing to control either this person or the situation, or an obsession in the way that you feel. Okay, obsessively ruminating on the connection, but it's paired with the Ace of Cups. So I feel like, you know, there is love here, there's passion here, there's clarity here, you know, on a very, very deep level, and that could be so much so that it's become a point of focus in your life. And what you focus upon is what you attract. But if you're focused on the negative aspects of this person or connection, you will continue to get the negative aspects. Vice versa, if you focus on the positive aspects of the connection, it'll open you up to new doors of possibilities for the positive aspects to shine through. And I feel like that's what you're doing, because actually you have a pretty good perception. When I say pretty good at beautiful perception over here on the connection, or the way that you're thinking about it now, as does this person. So I just caution a little bit because there is this need or desire to reject. Oh, there's a fear of rejection. That's what it is. Okay, so I see what it is. There's the devil here. There's almost like wanting to give, you know, passionately, unabounds, you know, whatever. But then there is this really dark element to the connection, or to you, Scorpio. That's like, no, I have to stay under control. This could be your ego that's trying to overrule your emotional self, where it's like, no, if I give too much, I won't get it back, or you know, this person will detach or is detached. Like all these fear-based thoughts that are somewhat overriding what your genuine intuition is telling you. And that is exactly what I picked up earlier. It's this self-worth energy, you know, because if you're truly coming from a place of absolute worthiness, that would not even be in your energy fields, meaning you would not be thinking about it in that way. Like, it's very ego type of thought to think, if I give too much, they may take it all and I'm left with nothing, because that's not how it works ever. Law of attraction would never let that work. If you're truly giving of yourself, and you will always get it in return. It may not always be from the person that you think it's going to be from, but you'll always give it. You'll always get it. Anyway, it could be a situation, Scorpio, where, you know, you have all of this love to give, but there's this sense of it being out of reach. And so you want to retract it. You want to retract it. But then that retracts your blessings when you do that. So it's like love anyways. If that makes any sense. So this person's future energy is the Emperor, the Queen of Swords, no, sorry, the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Wands. So this person very much is wanting to be in control, Scorpio, you know, wise beyond their years as well. They have a tendency to match your energy, but they're restricting themselves, because I saw the inaction over here. This person kind of leaving it up to the divine or divine timing, you know, and kind of placing the emotional focus elsewhere. And then I see that restriction here. This person is looking at their more creative pursuits, their more creative self. They may be getting more confidence about them, and at the same time doubting at the same and equal level. So I feel like this person may be battling with their own self-doubt and their own worthiness, and that also plays a role in their material world as well. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, looking at their own worth. This person is looking at their own worth. You know, they may have battled with that in the past. That could have been why this Tower moment was here in the past energy, where things kind of fell apart. And then they kind of rose from the ashes, so to speak. Very Scorpion thing like to do. You could be doing with another Scorpio for some of you. And then now they want to claim it. They want to claim their independence, their ability to understand self-worth, and they're restricting themselves, you know, possibly from you, or things that make them feel unworthy. And the only reason I say it's you is because the Death card showed up here. But it could be that they're getting ready to go through yet another massive change. So it's like this person is changing in a big way, and then what I'm seeing in my mind is like someone turning a dial. Does that make sense? Like they did a dial turn, and then the change took place, and now they're getting ready to turn the dial again on a spiritual, energetic level. So there's some other major transformation coming in on this person's side here. And it is the King of Cups and the King of Wands in the reverse. This person is learning how to follow their emotions and kind of leave their ego out of it. And that's a big change. That's a big change for this person. I don't think it's very easy for them to do that. They're out there restricting themselves from that progress at the current moment. But I feel that change is going to come here either way. So really interesting reading, Scorpio, and very dynamic reading. You have a lot of great stuff coming in here for you, and it's because of this confidence, you know, and the belief that the success is yours and it is yours, you know, and the reaching for it and the, you know, lining up of it and the desire to feel successful, and then that desire showing up in the future of opportunities for more exchanges, equal give and take, opportunities, possibly love, new love, renewed love. Just don't get in your way with this devil energy of needing to control or getting obsessive about it, getting obsessive, paranoid, jealous. You know, the low-level pieces of Scorpio that you know that you have the capabilities to go into, but this is Phoenix energy right here. So, you know, and you have free will, so you can decide which direction you're going to go with that. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio. That was a really intense reading. That was a doozy. So here's the zodiac signs you might be connecting with. Keep in mind that you know, you could be dealing with any zodiac sign. I just tell you what I see standing out to me, but I have Scorpio energy. So like I said, you could be doing another Scorpio. I have lots of Libra here and Sagittarius here, Capricorn. I have Aquarius out twice, Aries energy twice, Piscean energy here. For a few, it could be Leo energy, but I'm seeing more Aries and Sag. Scorpio again. Sagittarius again. Yeah. So, and the second house rules Taurus for a few of you. 12th house, Pisces. So, those are the primary messages that I have. Please do let me know how it resonated in the comments down below. I hope that you enjoyed it. Also, do check me out on my social media pages. Tarot Time with Dana is what they're both named, my Facebook and Instagram. Link down in the description box below, as well as the About section of my YouTube. And either way, I'm wishing you the very, very, very best. Until next time, my friends.